Orlando Magic fans, welcome to the Six Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Rock'em. What did we just watch? Oh my goodness, your Orlando Magic are 1-0. They defeat the Houston Rockets 116-86. What a night, what a start to the season. We are 182nd of the way to 82-0, and I'm excited. I hope you are too. Welcome to the Six Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Rock'em. If you didn't join us in the preseason, welcome. Glad you're here. This is our first game of the regular season, so we're rolling this out. This is our brand new live show, our live postgame show after each and every Orlando Magic game. I'm producer Kevin. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we just got to watch that together, and I'm glad we get to react together as well. This is an interactive show, so get involved in the chat. I'm going to come to the chat in just a little bit, but guys, what a game. What a win. Everything we've been talking about all summer and preseason, we saw it happen. Now, I don't think Houston's that good, okay? Especially not right now. So I'm still trying to be measured, you know? But even if they're a bad team, you beat them by 30. You beat them by 30. Wow. Okay, guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight, but I'm glad you're here. Once again, big shout out to Rock'em. Rock'em is the presenting sponsor of the Six Man Show Postgame Live this season. Again, if this is your first time joining us, Rock'em are the world's largest sock store, and they're located in Orlando, literally 15 minutes from Amway. Jonathan, Luke, myself, we got to go visit their headquarters just a few weeks ago. It's an awesome place. And you got to understand, everything happens there in their headquarters. This isn't a company that they design the stuff and then it's made overseas. No, everything from their founder and CEO to their marketing team and advertising team and design team and their manufacturing is all done in their headquarters in Orlando. So it's Central Florida employees, Central Florida residents that make these awesome products like this stuff. I'm going to show this one last, but here are the City Edition socks from last year, which if you've seen the leaks, you can wear them again this year. That's the back. This is the front. Let's see. We have these custom socks. That's another thing Rock'em does. They do custom socks. So Magic on the front, Six Man Show on the back. These are the ones from our special Bo Outlaw episode. That was kind of cool. Good to see Bo there. Whew. This guy, Franz Wagner, tonight. That first quarter. Oh my goodness gracious. But the perfect match to the classics that I'm wearing right here. Speaking of Franz, by the way. Little 22 action there. Oh my goodness, guys. Definitely go shop at rock'em.com. And when you do, use that code MAGIC20 to get 20% off of your order from rock'em.com. Oh, goodness gracious, guys. Wow. Okay. Let's talk about this game. Oh, wait. No, before we do that, I do have to tell you one other thing. Look at this. We're doing a big giveaway tonight. We're doing a Rock'em giveaway. 5 pairs of Magic socks and 2 pairs of underwear are going to one person. One person is winning that whole bundle. 5 socks, 2 underwear. It's cycling now on your screen. Look at this stuff. The Paolo, the AB, which by the way, AB tonight. Oh man, can't wait to talk about him. Stuff, the Star Wars socks. And look at those stuff boxers, y'all. I'm just saying, those are kind of hot. So wow. Okay. Yeah. Stay tuned for that. We're going to give away that later in the show. Okay, let's talk about this game, guys. Your Orlando Magic win 116-86. Oh, guys. Oh, man, I don't even know where to start. Okay, first off, let's get the chat involved, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts, okay? First off, Linkman says, Cole Anthony shows why he's worth all of his $39 million extension. Yeah, if you're just catching up to the Orlando Magic, maybe you take the offseason, to stay away from this team or whatever. And you missed the news on Monday that Cole Anthony signed his new deal, 3 years, $39 million. Oh my goodness, I'm glad we signed it Monday instead of today. He's even worth even more. What a night for Cole. Man, yeah, Lachlan says, Cole cooking for real, bro. Oh, Ferd says, we will win the chip. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, B-Dill, it's true. This is a fact. This is a statement of fact. Biggest opening night win in franchise history. Whew. Diplomatic says, play that song. Yes, play that song, man. Steven says, I wish Jets jumper went down. Yeah. And it basically did go down, and then it came back out. That was rough, man. They were in control for the majority of the game, Peacecraft says. Love to see it. This is true, guys. We're going to talk about this. We saw this in preseason in chunks, but tonight, guys, the first team beat the Rockets' first team. The second unit destroyed the Rockets' second unit. And even the third unit beat the Rockets' third unit. All 3 units ran things tonight, guys. Oh, my gosh. Joseph Chubb. Y'all wanted Fred VanVleet so bad. Guys, How would you feel if your $130 million man scored 3 points in his first half? His debut first half. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. Part of that was great defense by the Magic. Part of it was Fred VanVleet just didn't even look like he cared. He didn't even try to take over in that first half. We'll talk about him too. And of course, we're going to talk about Jonathan Isaac. Vibrant Star says, wow, Jonathan Isaac. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a night for him. What a night for the Magic. Oh man. Let's talk about this game, guys. So first off, there was the question mark coming into preseason about starters. We felt like that question was answered in the preseason when we had the same starters for all 4 games, and then it was confirmed tonight that that's the starting lineup right now. Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz, Paolo, Wendell. No issues there. That group goes out there and really struggles early in this game offensively. It was a very quiet start. Both teams, that's to be expected. It's the first game of the year, Both teams quiet start, but man, then Franz woke up and started cooking. Chef Franz, 22. 3 for 3 from 3 in a span of 3 or 4 minutes, maybe. I don't know off the top of my head. But that got the game going. That got the Magic going offensively, and really, it helped the Magic establish a lead early in this game, which, by the way, they never gave up that lead. There's 1 lead change in this game. That's it. Once they had that lead, that was it. Never looked back, which you love to see, because it got dicey in the third, and we're going to talk about the third, but they never gave it up. I also noted the first Kapaya of the season. Important stat was that third Franz 3 going to the timeout there. That was pretty fun. Cole Anthony first off the bench. Jalen had a couple early fouls. And then J.I. came into the game there and had his first block on Jalen Green, which was like a foreshadowing of what was to come later. And then the other note that I had from this first quarter and really going into the second quarter, this second unit, guys, not only is it good, and obviously you guys have been talking about how good they are, this second unit is scrappy. This second unit, you do not, there are going to be teams that are going to hate playing the second unit because they just don't stop. They don't give up. They're everywhere. Whether it's Cole just flying everywhere, and to be fair, Cole has gotten a lot of flack over the 3+ years or whatever it's been that he's been in Orlando for defense. And a lot of it has been justified, right? Cole Anthony, as a one-on-one defender, has not been great. And I still think he could be better. But some of his plays on defense tonight were sensational. Like a little bit of Jalen action as far as trying to break through passing lanes and active hands, and played pretty good defense on several occasions tonight on Fred VanVleet, that's not easy, although Fred wasn't good tonight, except for a stretch in the third quarter. But yeah, shout out to Cole, and obviously we're going to talk about Cole's offense in a second, man. Oh my gosh, wow. But yeah, the rest of that second unit, Joe Ingles, scrappy as they come. Gary Harris tonight, Gary Harris showing he might be the quietest personality of that 5, but man, he's everywhere. Those loose balls, those offensive rebounds that Houston just gave up because they were terrible on the boards tonight. That second unit, and then obviously Mo Wagner. Oh, what a scrappy unit, man. They're going to fight nonstop when they're out there. And it's actually a good unit. Gary Harris will be a starter on a lot of teams. Cole Anthony will be a starter on a lot of teams. You can make the argument, depending on health, Jonathan Isaac could start on a lot of teams. Man, that second unit had me really fired up. And they took this lead and extended it, which is what you want to see. Especially, Houston's bench is not good. But yeah, Magic lead by 9 after 1. Shot really well from 3 thanks to Franz, 5 of 10 from 3 in the first quarter, and 7 assists on 10 field goals, which is really good. Good to see that there. And the whole Rocket starters were quiet, as was Paolo. Paolo only took one field goal attempt in the first quarter, which is interesting. The only note I have on the Houston Rockets, though, Alperen Şengün is really good, guys. Really good. That guy's a tough ask for anyone to guard. So let's take a look at what the chat's saying here before we look at the box score and talk about this bench unit in more detail. Let's see. Mostly kept that second unit in for a while. Yes, I made that note too. They were hooping, Peacecraft. I made that note as well. They played for a long time, which if you can do that on a regular basis, how big is that for the starters to be able to have this long rest? It was Franz and I want to say Jalen. No, Franz and Markelle. They didn't come back in until less than 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Like those huge breaks for those guys over the course of an 82 game season is huge, man. That's just big time. Second unit was a bully tonight, PJ says. Absolutely, man. Let's see. Yeah, Michael, I'm getting to that. Don't worry. We're going to talk about the second half in a second. That JI block. Oh, man. Mango says, Kevin said loose balls. Oh, man, guys. I'm still processing what we just witnessed, guys. You got to understand, like, obviously, if you're in here watching this, and there's 180 of you in here, by the way, which is nuts. You guys are bonkers. For a home game, 180 of you here. I imagine some of you are sitting in your car right now in traffic or sitting in Geico Garage. And some of you are watching from your couch at home, whether it's in Central Florida or on the other side of the country or the world even. First off, obviously in the chat, like, let us know where you're watching from, because that's always interesting. Shahin, first off, shout out. Yeah! Cheers, producer Kev. Thank you, Shahin. Appreciate that, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. Guys, like, this is what Beto says. Jonathan needs to do an emergency excitement pod. Well, don't worry. As soon as he gets home, they're recording our normal episode of the Six Man Show, which obviously we put up episodes every Monday and Thursday. So as soon as they get home, they're recording that. We'll get that up as soon as possible. But guys, like all summer long, we've been building this moment. And how many times as Orlando Magic fans have we built up all this hype and this momentum to get to either the season opener or a big game or a playoff series or whatever, and our hopes and our dreams, like our expectations, are not met. I know it's only one game. Obviously, we can't overreact as far as the whole season goes, but for one night, our expectations were not just met, they were surpassed. We beat the Rockets by 30, guys. Come on. Oh, man. Manny is in Tampa. Manny, thanks for tuning in from the Bay. Manuel's in Orlando, or Manuel. Chesapeake, 757, represent. Let's go. Love that. Ascension from Vegas. Been Magic fan my whole life. That's awesome. Soul Train's in Winter Park. We got Ninja's Mask in Brooklyn. Cody in Melbourne. And Ty Mr. TV, he's the best at this, man. Reminding you guys, hit the like button. Hit that like button, people. Okay? This is our brand new show we're launching. The more likes we get on this show, the more Magic fans will find the show, and the more Magic fans will get involved with the show, which makes the show more fun. Couch in South Carolina, let's go. Well, a couple more of these, and then we're gonna take a look at the box score. Armin's in Virginia. Appreciate you, Armin. Turquoise in Massachusetts. Waynesville, North Carolina. The Netherlands, the Euro Bros. Another one. Germany here, 3:45 a.m. You guys are nuts. We got Brazil in the house. Oh, man. Michael's in Ireland. Man, you guys across the pond are crazy. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Let's take a look at the box score before we start talking about the second half here. Oh, man. Franz with 17, guys. It's rough because he cooled off in the second half, but, man, he was so important. That's a big part of this team, guys, is the fact that guys can be good in stretches. Because of the balance of our team, like, guys don't have to be great for all 48 minutes. Obviously, it's great when they are. But the fact that Franz can have a great first quarter and an okay rest of the game, but he's picked up by other guys. We're going to talk about Cole in a second. But as far as the starters go, Paolo, another quiet night, at least offensively. But you look over here, 5 boards, 5 assists, a steal, only 1 turnover. 7 free throws. I mean, obviously, offensively, you'd like to see him do more than take 6 shots, but he's efficient, 50% from the field. But on a night when other guys are cooking, Paolo was perfectly okay with being like, you know what, Franz? You cook in the first half. You know what, Cole? You cook in the second half. J.I. in the third quarter, do your thing. I mean, man, the fact that we won by 30 and Paolo had 12, what does that say, guys? What does that say about this team? And again, I know Houston is bad. Houston is not good, guys. I think Houston is going to be better as the season comes along, but that's not a good basketball team, okay? So that's why I'm trying to be measured. But man, 12 points and you win by 30 from arguably your most important player. That's wild. Wendell, a quiet night. Wendell and Paolo combined for 20 points and you win by 30. Good grief. That's insane. Wendell with 8 boards as well, 2 steals, an assist for him. You look at Jalen doing Jalen things, 8 points, 4 boards. This is tough for me right here. 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks. But man, how many shots did he impact? Thinking about, obviously, Fred VanVleet in the first half. How many shots did he impact? How many loose balls and deflections did he... There's another loose balls for you. Loose balls and deflections did he, start? And how many, hockey assists did he have in this game, where he wasn't the primary assister, but the secondary assister. That's stuff you don't see in the box score, man. It sucks for Jalen, but man, he was good. Jalen was good tonight. He was very active, hit the first bucket of the season for the Magic. You love to see it. And then rounding out the starting lineup, Markelle, 10, 4, and 2. He only had 2 assists. That's surprising to me too, but 3 steals. So active. So active and a very efficient 5 of 9 from the field. Man, when Markelle does his little dance with that mid-range jumper, it's just money. It's just money almost every time. And you really love to see that. Thoughts on the starters, guys, before we move on to the bench. Thoughts on the starters, man. Let's see. Bench went crazy. Yeah, we're going to talk about them in just a second. Jason Schnacks. Oh, my goodness. Jason Schnacks. That's funny. We're going to have to do a Jason Schnacks thing someday. Oh, man, guys. J.I. was not credited with that block. Is that right? Oh, man. That is disgraceful. That is disgraceful. Okay. Let's talk about the second unit, guys. I was gushing over them earlier. We got to talk about them. Joe Ingles, silent in his first Orlando Magic game. 0 for 3 from the field, all of them three-pointers. But look at this. 4 boards, 5 assists in 18 minutes for Jingles. You think he's coming in as a three-point specialist. And he is. But Joe Ingles is showing there's way more to his game than that. Man, oh man. Definitely like what you see from Joe Ingles. I also love watching him on the bench. He's very vocal, very active, exactly what you want to see from a veteran presence. And yeah, I skipped Cole. We're going to talk about Cole. Don't worry. Gary Harris, man. Gary Harris. 11 points, 6 boards. That's the other thing, man. Again, I'm trying not to read too much into it because Houston was terrible on the glass tonight. They were so bad. Right on cue. Steven says it right here. I'm trying to get up here and highlight this before it goes away. 56 boards to 31 for us. And I know part of that is Orlando Magic effort, and they deserve it. But Houston was terrible. They were so bad on the glass. They did not care. But man, did we take advantage of that. Credit to the guys. 56 to 31. Whew. You're going to win almost every game if you do that on the glass. Both offensive and defensive rebounds, man. Really good tonight. Mo Wagner, 13 points, 3 boards. And then J.I. Jonathan Isaac. Oh, man, guys, that sequence in the third quarter there, just at the very end, where he gets that putback slam and one, by the way, gets the shove in the back from, I believe it was Dylan Brooks. Throws it down and one. Then they get a turnover on the other end, and Cole with the one-handed kind of scoop pass to J.I. for the lay-in on the break. And then he turned right around and just deny the crap out of Jalen Green. That sequence was just like, that dude is that's still Jonathan Isaac. And wow, I mean, that Amway was electric in that moment. Like, that's the kind of stuff, like, especially for a second unit to have a guy like that. But the biggest stat of Jonathan Isaac for the night, he played 14 minutes. I know that's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's more than he played on last Tuesday. So are they ramping him up to where he can play 20 a game? Maybe. Timester TV says J.I. is our Wimby answer. Oh, man. I want to see that. I want to see J.I. trying to guard Wimby, which I think he can definitely do. And then lastly on the bench, we got to talk about, well, actually, that's not true. We're going to talk about the third unit. But Cole, man. Oh, my goodness, guys. I know we just talked about him earlier, but wow. The things you need in a second unit, the top of the list is a scorer. The top of the list is a scorer. And Cole Anthony, he's at 8 of 12 from the field, obviously very efficient, but I didn't feel like he forced anything. Sometime, earlier in his career, Cole Anthony was considered a chucker at times, That's not the Cole we're seeing right now, guys. The Cole we're seeing right now is measured. He's getting other people involved, but he's also picking his spots and his times, and he knows when the right time is to go do those things. Man, he was really good. Really, really good. But then you also add, in typical Cole fashion, the 8 rebounds. 8 rebounds in 24 minutes along with 2 assists. No turnovers. No turnovers, guys. Turnovers were a bit of an issue in stretches of this game. But you end with 14. Is that right? 14 turnovers? That's not bad. It's not bad. It could be better. But first game of the season, 14 turnovers, you can't be mad at that. Really happy with that second unit. And then lastly, the third unit here. They came in for, as you can see, the last 4:48 of this game. After Houston kind of waved the white flag, Mosley was like, you know what? Let's get the rookies in there, the other third unit. Man, Anthony Black. Some of y'all were real worried in preseason. I think there is some validity to that. Like offensively, there's still a lot missing from his game. But man, he showed tonight like what he's about and how good he can be. And the things that he's good at, you know? Caleb Houston came in and like straight off the bench knocked down that 3. That was fun. Goga was great, of course. I mean, Goga's just everywhere when he's out there. And Jet, crushing to have Jet, that shot go in and out, man. I mean, that went in and out. Crazy. But let's look at the box score, guys. Reminder, we're getting ready to do this giveaway. The bundle, the 5 socks, the 2 underwear. In just a moment, we're going to give that away. But before we do that, let's see. Yeah, those blocks, those AB blocks, man, that was fun. Really like what you're seeing out of him. Before we do that, though, I do want to, this is something we're going to do every night on the 6 Man Show Postgame Live. And, oh man, NBA.com hasn't updated this. RIP. Maybe we can't do this every night. What I did want to do, though, every night on the 6 Man Show Postgame Live is do a standings update. But even though this game's been over for coming up on 20 minutes, they still don't have the Magic at 1-0. I might have to use a different site for this, but Indiana Pacers dropped 143 on the Wizards, by the way. Sheesh. 143. Holy smokes. But they're 1-0 and the Magic are 1-0 as well. So top of the league, top of the Eastern Conference. We'll take it. All right, guys. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Let's do this. Let's do the giveaway. I'm going to pull up the giveaway again. Again, we're talking about those Anthony Black and Palo socks. That stuff, and then the classics underwear. And then the Star Wars, the tie-dye looking thing, and the stuff socks. So again, this is one person's going to win this bundle of 5 things. 5 socks, 2 underwear, 7 things. Okay. How we're going to do it tonight? We're going to do it just like we did the opening night, or the opening preseason game. Right now, there's about 160 of you in here. So in a moment, I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 160. Don't put your number in yet, because I got to write it down so I can prove to the haters that I actually wrote it down. Okay. I haven't even picked my number yet. I'm going to pick my number. It is going to be this number. I have it written down. All right, go ahead. Numbers 1 through 160. The first person that I see that has the number that I have written down on my phone is going to win this bundle. And how you're going to prove that, you're going to screenshot your username after you win, and you're going to DM to us on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. So go ahead. Numbers between 1 and 160. I'm looking for one specific number. 1 is very close already. Another one very close. I'm scrolling. And again, you're timed out for 10 seconds, so you can't spam every number. Some of you getting clever. I don't see it yet. If I don't see it soon, we're going to go with whoever's closest. You guys spamming the same number. It's not that one. Why is everyone spamming 111? Is that like a common number? It's not the one that I picked. Oh, man. Come on, guys. Somebody guess. Oh, there it is. Peter Eldridge, 101. As proven on my phone. Where's my camera? There we go. Oh, it's not going to focus. It's too far away or too close. But I promise you it says 101. Peter Eldridge, congratulations. I'm going to write your name down. Peter, what I need you to do, go to your YouTube channel and screenshot that it is your account. Okay, so you can just go to YouTube, and then in the bottom right corner, I guess you can do it if you're on your phone, screenshot that it's your account, and DM us, okay? DM us on either Instagram or Twitter that screenshot to prove that it's you, and then we'll get your information, we'll get your address and all that good stuff, and the size for the products and stuff, and we'll get our friends at Rock'em will send that on out to you. Thank you guys for playing. Steven said 0 to 60. No, sorry, 160. There's 160 of you maniacs in this stream right now, which is bonkers, you guys. It's crazy. We've already passed earlier when we peaked at 200. We passed our preseason total, our preseason number. But you guys are insane. Okay. Final thoughts, which, by the way, if you guys are new to this, we talked about this in the preseason. The idea for this is to keep this like 20 to 30 minutes, especially because we have a brand new episode of the Six Man Show that'll be out sometime overnight, once the guys start recording. Time Mr. TV, bro, you're just the man. Hit that like button on the way out. Let me get out of this giveaway here. Hit that like button on the way out for sure. Okay, we're not done yet. I'm going to give my final thoughts, tell you what to look forward to. Okay. But like I was saying, we're going to keep the show 20 to 30 minute range. Maybe some nights we're going to get crazy and go 40 minutes, but nothing too crazy, especially on nights like tonight where you have the Six Man Show. You're definitely going to want to listen to that tomorrow. Are you kidding me, guys? Listen to Jonathan and Luke talk about this. They were both here, but first we have to interrupt this. Jam Hot Chicken's in the house. Wow, what an opener. Cole, J.I., Franz, what? How about Paolo almost catching that? Oh my gosh, yeah. That's what I texted to Jonathan and Luke. I was like, if Paolo had yammed that over Jabari Smith Jr., I would have died and gone to heaven. That would have been insane. But you can feel the magic in the air. Kevin killing it. Thank you, Jam Hot. Always shout out Jam Hot Chicken, another one of our partners, another Central Florida company located in Winter Park. The best chicken sandwich in Central Florida, maybe on the planet. I promise you will not be disappointed if you go check them out. Jam Hot Chicken in Winter Park. All right, let's talk about a couple other things and talk about what to look forward to. Because, guys, here's what I need to tell you. First off, I am going to try to do this again because NBA.com has updated it. Look at this. Your Orlando Magic 1-0. Charlotte beat Atlanta. Oh, what a W. Let's take a look at this. I did not get to see this. Oh, is this not going to work because I'm screen sharing? It's not going to show me all this. Oh, this is lame. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to go back and do it a different way. So I want to see this score really quick before I talk about what's ahead here. No, NBA.com is just broken. It says there's no games on Wednesday. Whatever. All right, we're coming back to this, guys. I'm going to look up that score really quick, and then I want to talk to you about what's to come, okay? So let's look here. Okay, so yeah, the Hornets beat the Hawks 116 to 110. Oh, my prediction of the Hawks missing the playoffs off to a great start. The Thunder whipping up on the Bulls. Oh, that's great news for the Magic. Every game counts, guys. Oh, man, Cavs and Nets, 1-point game with 12 seconds left. That's interesting. And the Heat squeak out a win over the Pistons. Okay, this is what we got to talk about, guys, before we go. This is fun, and this was great. Here's what gets interesting for Magic fans, for us at the Six Man Show, for the Six Man Show Postgame Live in particular. We're going to go out west now. So starting Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, the next 4 games, late nights. But here's what I need to tell you. Do you guys think that some late nights are going to keep us from doing the Six Man Show Postgame Live? Let me tell you, it's not. Okay? We're going to be right here, live on YouTube, after all 4 of those games. Think about it. Friday's game in Portland starts at 10. It'll be over at 12:30. Guess who's going to be on here at 12:30? Your boy. Okay? So if you're up for that game, if you're staying awake, I understand some people got to work, but it's Friday night. You got the weekend. If you're going to stay up and be a maniac with us, come join us after those games. Okay? But that's a big trip, guys. That's a big trip for the Magic. Okay? We've talked about this when the schedule came out. I don't ever remember that early of a West Coast road trip to start the season. That's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see Portland tonight. Portland is such a mystery. Obviously, I don't think they're going to be very good, but they got a lot of interesting pieces. So that game will be interesting. Then you got the LA double back-to-back, Monday, Tuesday, Lakers, Clippers, and then you go to Utah. Very interesting stretch. Of all the possible West Coast trips to start the season with, this is a very possible 2-2. Like 2-2 is not out of the realm of possibility. I think that'd probably be, you'd probably almost expect that. You expect to beat Portland and probably Utah as well. But regardless, guys, it's a very important stretch. And I hope you'll tune in with us. But for us here at the Six Man Show, right now, as I'm talking to you right now, our guy Ben Gifford is hosting the Six Fan Show right outside of Amway, getting Magic fans' takes. I'm sure it's going to be wild after a big win like this. So look out for that tomorrow. And then, obviously the regular episode of the Six Man Show will be out sometime overnight as well. Jonathan and Luke, who are at the game tonight, it'll be really cool to get their perspective being in the building. They're going to react to this game. And oh, man, you think I'm hyped up? Have you ever seen Jonathan Osborne hyped up after a 30-point Magic win? I can tell you, it's a fun time. So you're going to want to listen to that, watch that, however you consume Orlando Magic podcasts. But one more time, let's check out the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Let's check out the chat. A couple more thoughts here. Let's definitely get you guys involved one last time before we call it a night. We still got people putting numbers in. Okay, you guys must be watching a little bit on a delay. Let's see. Utah and Portland should be a breeze in theory. Utah is a tough place to play, guys. Utah is a hostile building, and Portland is too, honestly. And that's Portland's home opener. You know, they're going to be very excited to see Scoot Henderson, which I still can't believe he's in Portland, guys. What is Charlotte doing, man? So that's going to be a raucous place, and Utah's tough. So, you know, should be interesting. Lachlan says, appreciate you, Kev. Man, appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Luke called that 30-point win. He did. He sure did. But you love to see that. Don't forget about candy corn. The real ones know. The real ones who are here in preseason know about the candy corn. We lost to Utah and Salt Lake City last year too, and that was a bad loss. That was a really bad loss. I remember that, Mango Man. 2-2, producer Kevin, more like 4-0. I wouldn't turn that down. Destined for Greatness says 6-4 or 7-3 through the first 10 games. If you can go at least, I mean, honestly, typically if you talk about West Coast trip, 500 is great, but if you can go 6-4 or better out of your first 10 games, that'd be insane. And Carlos is right. Portland is a home game for Powell. 100% right. Guys, I think that's going to do it for us here at the Six Man Show Postgame Live. What a night. What a night. If you dreamt of how the season would start, I don't know if you could come up with this. So exciting. Always glad to get a win. A blowout win, though? It's just great. What a way to start the season. Tune into the Six Man Show Thursday. It'll be up sometime. Jonathan and Luke will react to this game. We'll be back for the Six Man Show Postgame Live on Friday after the win in Portland, hopefully. But until then, let's go Magic!